Alright, what is poppin', everyone? Buckley here, once again, back with another video. This one's gonna be a banger. I've been wanting to do this for a while. In this video, we're going to discuss why I believe, or from an objective standpoint, depending on your point of view, nicotine fucking sucks balls. This is one of those, oh, don't do nicotine, you'll die of lung cancer, and get some kind of horrible disease or weaken your immune system and get toxic metals. Meh, 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 meh. Don't smoke, kids! Sobriety is awesome! No, the fuck it isn't. From personal experience, after being a stoner for like 3 or 4 years now, let me tell you, a sober life is not always for everyone. Alright, before we hop right in, yes, I have had nicotine products before, just a few, not like pounding the motherfuckers, but like I've had cigarettes, I've had vape, and I've had cigars, and it's just, Well, it wasn't like, oh yeah, cigarettes and vape. It was just like, yeah, you know what, why the fuck not? It's not like I'm gonna take much interest in it anyways, just oh, okay, I thought I was supposed to feel something. Yeah, that's basically my experience with nicotine. It just does nothing for me, because my first drug ever was weed, and that hit like a motherfucker, and it was awesome. And then I tried cigarettes, and I'm like, what? Wait, people like this shit? Like, at most, I've hit a fair few different flavors of vape, because that's like the only thing I get. Not for the nicotine hit, or whatever head rush there is, but like, I'm just in it for the fucking flavor. Did you know they're doing flavored air now? That's fucking funny. Why not do that? I'm just in it for the flavor. Josie, you haven't even consumed that much nicotine. Why are you making such a big deal about this? You don't have a deep personal connection to nicotine. But I have, however, had to put up with a bunch of fucking dickheads. Like, let me tell you, almost every coworker I've ever had was a nicotine addict. Almost all of them, except for like a couple, which to the one or two coworkers I've had over the years that didn't smoke cigarettes or do some kind of substance while working at the tree business, like, how the fuck? You gotta be a whole other type of crazy to be working extreme manual labor sober. I don't know how anybody does it. You're probably living your worst life and you're just mentally raw dogging it. For those coworkers that actually did consume nicotine, when they didn't have their cigarettes or something happened to them, they got lost or went missing, or got torn up by the car door, the truck door slamming into them, oh boy, it was gonna be a bad day. It's a miracle I even made it out of said work days alive. I still don't believe it to this day. I had a couple coworkers that would literally bring their guns to work. So I'm like, well, I better avoid any interaction with them, because of one wrong move and they'll blow my fucking head off. Though it isn't just the addictive factor that makes me despise nicotine. Like, let's be real, everything can be addictive if you try hard enough. Like, worst of all, the worst part about nicotine, I'd have to say, is the financial toll. Oh boy. But Josie, weed and shrooms and acid also cost money. All drugs cost money. I fucking know that, alright? We're getting to that. Like, from a lot of people's experience, there isn't really a nicotine high. It's more, except for the one time, it's like, first time, woo, head rush. And then you find yourself chasing that high. You just keep at it, trying to get that same sensation once more, but you ain't gonna get it. Your nicotine quote-unquote high is now your neutral, you know? Like, you got your just to be neutral. Just to stay normal, you know? Like, let's say you go through between half a pack to 2 packs a day. Here in Kentucky, it'll go for like $7 to $10, I guess, from what I've seen, for a pack of cigarettes. So that's like $24 or $40 worth of nicotine per week. Now, my brother, who's currently working in a hotel in Montana remotely, Wait, no, wrong state. Before that, he was working in Death Valley, California. A pack of cigarettes is $20. $20 a pack. What in the actual fuck? Is it even worth it at that point? You're probably wondering what I'm getting at, but like, you're spending all this money for little to no mental gratification, and you're not really getting high, you're just getting neutral. By that logic, you'd be better off being a crackhead, because at least you get some kind of mental gratification from that. Alright, so before I continue, I would like to apologize for the abysmal gameplay footage. It was kinda rushed, it was late at night, and I was high as fuck, so my performance isn't exactly ideal. I could have done better. That night was originally going to use Deep Rock Galactic footage, however, I didn't exactly have good Wi-Fi that day. Alright, back to what we were discussing. Now, usually, I'm not one to judge how people cope with reality. Life kinda fucking sucks right now. So, of course, you gotta have a means to cope with it. And the points I made earlier, I feel like those of you that do consume nicotine, I know some of y'all do in my audience, I feel like y'all are getting ripped the fuck off. That's what I'm getting at. It ain't even a fucking drug, but I would say a bag of buffalo chicken pizza rolls are more gratifying than a pack of cigarettes. Let me tell you, those things taste good as fuck. No Newport, Marlboro, or Camel, or American Spirits can even compare. Alright, so I have some IRL friends, and all of them, well, at one point, they miraculously quit. But back then, like 3 of them were all hooked on vape, and we would do some hangouts, and we'd blast music while driving, and we couldn't go through one song without somebody the vape like 2 or 3 times a song, and I'm like, wow, I feel really bad for y'all. The buzz is just too short. And this is exactly why I would prefer y'all do pretty much any other substance, you know? Like, before we drive off to go hang out somewhere, I can just do me fat bong rip and I'm good for like 2 hours. I got this buzz going. Nice head change. Little vibrating sensation, or however the fuck you describe it. It's nice. And I don't, even after that, I'm not immediately wanting another hit. I'm satisfied with what I'm feeling, you know? I can function, I got a good buzz. And you know, I'm doing it because I want to. I just wanna feel good. When it comes to nicotine, from every experience I've had with other nicotine users, is less of a want, it's more of a I need a cigarette. Has anyone ever said, I want a cigarette? They feel like they need it. My precious, or some shit like that. Like their life depends on it. Come allergic to air. Like with weed, I can just set a designated time, have a sesh, and go about what I'm doing. My mom happens to be a nicotine addict. This is the 2nd or 3rd time she's relapsed. I don't have a full track of it because I've only been around for 2 or 3 relapses of hers. She quit when we were toddlers so we wouldn't grow up and smoke. Well, that failed poorly. We were fucking full-time stoners, 3 of us. Me, my brother, and my other brother. In fact, my mom doesn't even want to be smoking cigarettes. She's trying to quit it. She mainly got back on it because, well, our dad died, as I talked about in Road to 500. We were at the barber shop, and our barber, Robin, asked if she wanted at least 1 cigarette, and she went back into smoking cigs full swing, the poor soul. She'd been clean for like 5, 6, 8 years, I think. She went back to smoke, or second relapse in like 2015 through 2016, then she quit. And now she's back on it full swing and has been trying to wean herself off of it. And it hasn't been going all too well. Like I said, she doesn't even want to be smoking cigarettes. It's more of a, what do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands? As she tells me. Like, they know damn well it does nothing for them, but they're basically bound to it. It kind of sucks. Again, I'm glad I discovered weed. I did weed before cigarettes. I have some semblance of standards when it comes to getting a buzz. Hell, you couldn't even pay me to smoke a full pack of cigarettes. For $50, if you gave me two options, one being smoking a pack of cigarettes, and the other being sucking some random dude's dick behind a dumpster, and they with a 50-50 chance that they have some kind of STD, I'm taking my chances with the dude's dick. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Alright, so I only got a little bit of time left, but moral of the story, I would rather y'all do pretty much any other substance. Get high as a kite on weed, scarf down a bunch of mushrooms and acid, and fucking break through and teleport your consciousness to another fucking dimension. Smoke you some crack or snort some coke and turn into Superman. Hell, even get barred as fuck on Xans. That's fun. Yes, those substances have their drawbacks, obviously, but at least you have the prospect of some real mental gratification. Depending on the circumstances, you're gonna feel good, and not just for a couple minutes. You're gonna get a few hours of a good feeling for way cheaper, probably in most cases, unless you like ketamine. Alright, and that about wraps up the video. Thank y'all for watching, and we are getting really close to 600 subscribers already. Holy shit, I never thought we'd make it this far. We are popping the fuck off. I hope we make it to 1,000 by the end of the year. That's my goal. If you watched this video to the end, thank you so much. You have no idea how big of a favor you're doing me. If you want an easier place to possibly mingle with me, I got a Discord server, link in the description. It's got about 250 members. You can go check that out. And I will see y'all probably next week or a bit later, depending on circumstance. Farewell.
Come on!